Okay, welcome replay viewers, and good afternoon again, everybody. Norm, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Let's see, the time, local time is 2:45 p.m. Granny Haney. Matt Kappa joined. Matt, how are you? I'm good to see you. I'm here at Speonk, and I'm going to do the Periscope version of this. I did the previous broadcast, I did a YouTube live, but I don't know if it uploaded yet or not. Thank you and thanks for retweeting, Matt. So we're going to see the South Fork Commuter Connection Shuttle Train make its final eastbound run of the day. It's in the Speonk yard right now. It came up west here at 2:15 as train 2727. Again, the same equipment they've been running all week. DE30AC 415 and Kawasaki cab car 5007. Unfortunately, there were no westbound passengers on the train. There was only the engineer and the conductor today, and so this midday service, I guess it's going to take a while to get this cranked up, of getting people to travel these two directions. But this train set makes one more eastbound run at 3 p.m. as I call it Shuttle Train 2728, and it'll run back to Montauk, and then from Montauk it'll make its final westbound trip of the day as 2729 back to Hampton Bays. And that's where I think this new service is going to get itself in trouble. They're going to have to take a close look at that. I think the final westbound run of the day has to come all the way back to Hampton Bays. Instead of Hampton Bays, come back to Speonk. Now the railroad is claiming that they can't fit it in with 2738 Babylon to Speonk train and 2712 the Hunters Point Avenue to Montauk train, which come in here about 15 minutes apart after 6 p.m. But I think they can do it. Others think they can do it. They just have to take a closer look at that. And I'm basing that upon what I did Tuesday morning when we came here to broadcast the early morning shuttle going east. And that left at 6:16 heading east. And then within 5 minutes, they brought 2737 out of the yard, the DM to Penn Station. So there was only a 5-minute gap between those two trains. So I think with a little tweaking of the schedule and everything, they could fit 2729 in between the eastbound 2738 and 2712, but the railroad will have to figure that out. The people are going to demand it, because what's the point of taking the train east in the morning from Speonk if you can't get back to Speonk in the afternoon, the late afternoon? As one woman was quoted, she says she lives within walking distance of the Speonk station, but in order to use this new shuttle service to go out east, she had to drive her car to Hampton Bays and get the early morning train from Hampton Bays to wherever she was going out there, because the last afternoon train only went as far west as Hampton Bays. So that doesn't make much sense to me. And the other thing that doesn't make much sense is they're really missing out on a lot of potential passengers from this general area and here up to Mastic Shirley area. But let's hope in time they'll settle all of that out and work it out. So I have my iPhone in my 3-axis gimbal stabilizer today. So hopefully the picture will be a little more stable than it has been in the past. And to show you what I'm talking about, let me just walk up to the east end of the platform here. All right, so we're walking right now, and I'm holding the stabilizer. All right, I'm not going to zoom with Periscope though, because that's where I get myself in trouble. But I'm looking into the yard, and I can see the crew boarding the equipment now. So this will be a new crew that operates the train as 2728 back out to Montauk. Another interesting thing today, Friday, they did not have an attendant on board, or an usher, or whatever you want to call him. The other day, Monday afternoon, they had someone from Jamaica come out. I don't know what title you want to give him, manager or attendant, or usher. But they had a fourth person on the train, I guess, to answer questions for people. All right, the headlights are on the cab car right now. And let me check my time here. It's 2:53, so he should be pulling into the platform here within a few minutes. Thanks for joining, John. They'll pull this equipment up here to the Speonk platform. The engineer will then move from the cab car up to the DE locomotive, and they will leave here at 3 p.m. heading east in their final eastbound run of the day to Montauk. Andrea, thanks for joining. So this little South Fork commuter connection shuttle train will make stops at West Hampton, Hampton Bays, and then it crosses over the Shinnecock Canal, so then you're actually onto the South Fork of Long Island, and it will stop at Southampton, Bridgehampton, East Hampton, Amagansett, and Montauk. And then it will reverse course a little later on and come back west as train 2729 from Montauk, and it'll stop at Amagansett, East Hampton, Bridgehampton, Southampton, and Hampton Bays. And then later on, I don't know at what time frame, they'll deadhead the equipment either back here to Speonk, or maybe for the weekend they'll take it up to Richmond Hill or whatever. I mean, I have no inside information on that, but a lot of people are saying that we really need this to make this thing work. This last westbound train in the afternoon has to really come back to Speonk rather than Hampton Bays. But we'll see how that works out in time. You can see here the block is closed for eastbound traffic. Okay, here comes the train. It's moving out of the yard now. Thanks for the hearts. Hopefully I can follow this with the gimbal and I don't get too messed up with the panning around. All right, the gates are going down here at North Phillips Avenue in Speonk. We may have one passenger. I saw a young man come up to the ticket. The TVM. Now these switches and signals are controlled from the Babylon control tower. isn't it? Oh, thank you for that. I really appreciate this. I hope it's nice and stable today with the thing there. There's my young friend who's the conductor today. All right, so we have a passenger. Hey. This train is going to Amagansett. This is not a westbound train.
No, it's heading for Champion now, right?
Montauk, actually. All right, we have a passenger. Very good. Hey. No, not on this run. Not on this run. All right, so here's the inside of the C3 Bilevel passenger car. This is cab car 5007, and since it's an odd number car, at this end of the car it has a restroom, right where I'm looking right now. And there's also seating in there that, you know, for wheelchairs, fold down seats. And then you have the steps that take you up and down. Oh yeah, they're really hoping for the summer season for this to pick up. So this is it. Hi. You have a passenger today.
We're gonna have a party.
Good. All right, so here's the C3 car. Again, I said it's a cab car. So on the westbound run, the engineer runs the train from the cab at this end of the C3 cab car. But this end of the vestibule, the crew uses as a work area. All right, ready to leave us and go into Montauk.
Go to Montauk.
Good to see you again. Let's pan around.
Have a nice weekend.
Bye. Bye-bye. All right, so that's train 2728. The South Fork Commuter Connection Shuttle Train on its final eastbound run of the day. Now the next eastbound train to Montauk today will be, let's see, Friday will be 2710. The train that runs from Penn Station to Montauk on Fridays this time of year as a dual mode, and then that will be followed shortly. Although that doesn't stop here at Speonk. Its first stop is West Hampton. Yeah, it would have been, but hey, they're gonna work it out. So Friday, okay, this train is new. As I say, this is the first week of this operation of this South Fork Commuter Connection, and this eastbound train will be followed, whizzing through here around 5:30. The Friday evening train from Penn Station to the Hamptons, non-stop from Penn to West Hampton. And then it stops Southampton, Bridgehampton, East Hampton, and Montauk.
17th, buses will replace 2 eastbound and 2 westbound trains between Babylon and Speonk, Monday to Friday, from 8:45 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. State of good repair rail tie replacement work. For details, see the Montauk branch timetable dated March 4th, or visit www.mta.info/LIRR.
That's good news. All right, that's telling us about the track repair work.
Attention Long Island Railroad customers, if you're traveling to Penn Station, please note that the west end of the platform on Penn Station's track 16 is temporarily closed to accommodate installation of new escalators.
Good.
Please plan ahead. 2 exit trains arriving on track 16. Customers in the first few cars will need to walk back through the train exit. Please listen for announcements on board your train.
All right, since there's no one here to hear these announcements but me and all of you good people who are following me, as I started to say, it's Friday afternoon, so we have the Friday express train to West Hampton, followed by the regular Monday to Friday Hunters Point Avenue to Montauk train 2712, and then a few more commuter trains come in during the course of the evening. And the next westbound train out of here isn't until, I believe, around 9 o'clock, 9:30 tonight. So anyway, that's a synopsis of what's going on here right now. The very first week of the brand new South Fork commuter connection service, which started on Monday, March 4th. So we'll be here. I'm going to try to get here Monday morning for the 6:16 a.m. train to Amagansett to see if there are any more folks traveling this second week than they were for the first week. We'll try to keep an eye on that. So thanks for joining us today, everybody. And I will process this video when I get home and also post it on my YouTube channel. With a little luck, the earlier video that I did of this train coming in is already been uploaded to my YouTube channel. So take a look for that. JKR SpecNet is the YouTube channel. JKR SPECNET, all one word. All right, we'll see you too. Thanks very much and have a great weekend. Take care, everybody.